Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Bienvenidos. Thank you for joining us today. Let's begin with a pretty amazing story of success. It took 10 years, but she now has a thriving career in nursing. She overcame a lot of obstacles, first having to learn English and then moving on to a demanding nursing program. Helping her along the way, el Instituto del Progreso Latino. So joining us to tell us about this amazing story and more about the program are Ricardo Estrada. He is the VP of Education and Programs, and then the woman who took advantage of that program, Aurora Ibarra, who has a great story to tell, and I can't wait to hear it, Aurora.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's going to be wonderful. But let's start with the program and what it is that you're doing over at el Instituto del Progreso Latino. It's a nursing program. Why are you focusing on nursing?
Well, that's a good question. It's not necessarily nursing. Actually, nursing is one of the four.
It's medical, the medical field.
The medical field, yeah. But the healthcare field is one of the four sectors that are growing tremendously in the last years, and there is a lot of reasons. People are living longer, so there are more demand for professional healthcare servers. But in the Latino community, the Latino community has been highly underrepresented in the healthcare field. For instance, when we started this program about 10 years ago, there were only less than 2% of the Latinos were in the healthcare field. So we wanted to make a difference in that. And we wanted to create a program in which we help those students or immigrants in the Latino community who were low skilled and they didn't have a chance to enter to these nursing schools, prepare them in a real fast way. We created a methodology that will help them to increase their basic skill real fast, and at the same time earn some certifications. Basic certification initially, like CNA, and then LPN, they make a little bit more money with that, and then the registered nurse. That's exactly what is known as career pathways. And we selected the area of healthcare because we wanted to make a difference in the Latino community and give them the opportunity to
Sure, and where you see the most growth. You mentioned that Latinos are underrepresented in the medical field, healthcare. Why was that? Just the obstacles of language barriers at times, just access to education?
Yeah, the nursing field is very competitive. When each college, for instance, the community colleges who offer nursing programs, they only have 1 or 2 classes or 40 students each, but the applications can be between 500 to 600 in each one. So it's very competitive. So you have to have very high scores in the process to enter the program. And as you just mentioned, language is a big barrier. So our Latino immigrants, they made it good. So you got it 70, 80%. It's a good score, but not good enough because you have 40 who are close to 100. And that was and the community was very, very frustrated about trying several times and not being able to do it. So that's why we created Carreras en Salud that help them to increase their basic skill to a point in which they can compete with everybody.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about how the program works, the career path that you have to take, the classes, things like that. But I want to focus on Aurora for a second because she has, as I said, an amazing story. You, 10 years ago, decided, okay, nursing is something that perhaps I might be good at. But what happened? There were a number of obstacles that kept you from doing that. What were they?
Well, everything. At the time, I'm a single mother. My 3 children, they were little. I was the only one working.
You were working at the time doing what?
I was a painter.
You were a painter.
I worked in construction for many years. I never thought that I can make it in nursing. Like he said, for me, it was like not even think about it.
Not even possible.
Yes. Actually, it came up the opportunity to know about the Carreras en Salud through 2 of my cousins. They were getting there. They hear about the pre-CNA class, and they told me, you know what? Probably you will like this. It's in the evening, so come on, just check out. And I was like, oh my God! But on top of everything that I have to do,
what's one more thing,
yes, right? Well, let's see what's there.
So now, did you always have an interest in nursing in the medical field, or no?
Now, you know, when I get there, I knew Dr. Lopez. She was giving that class. From the first minute, I was amazed. But I was like, oh my God, if this is just the beginning, I don't know if I am going to be able to do it, to make it. But thank God they have a very, very professional people helping you and leading you. And they are not telling you things that are not going to be possible. The first thing that I had to do when I get there was an exam. They want me to see how where I was
your proficiencies,
at, yes,
right? What you're good
and
at.
if I will be willing to work for it. So here I am.
But you said that the first thing that at the time, 10 years ago, you didn't even speak English. So there's obstacle number one. So
Yes.
you're starting from the very bottom.
Yes.
And so after a couple of years, you got the language down?
Believe me, the first English class that I took at Richard Daly, I failed. I thought, okay, I can sit and cry and go back to home and just keep on painting, or I can try again, because I felt like, you know what, I don't know why I failed this class. I thought I was, you know, doing my
best,
work.
yeah.
Yes, putting my best. I said, no, I'm going to retry. I'm going to take this class again with different professor, of course. So yeah, that was the first one. I have to take another class, and then I guess like 2 or 3 more classes before even start to be able to get
to start doing the nursing stuff. Yeah.
No, the prereqs. I couldn't get my science classes until I reached that level in English, because everything was English only. So, believe me, it was hard at the beginning.
What do they say? Anything worth having,
Yes,
you have to work at, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you are definitely true to that story. So now 10 years later, you're now doing what you want. Tell me about your career now, what you're doing, what hospital you're working at.
This just happened. I passed my exam for the state boards May 2nd. So I still waiting for my license to get in my hands.
Okay.
I am working for an agency right now, doing home health, home care. But yeah, I'm planning to work at a hospital, at least part-time, because it's going to be very hard for me to leave my patients now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to work in both areas. Of course, I want to get in a hospital and get all that experience that is going to be a great benefit for me and for my patients. They're asking me also if I'm going to keep on going or I'm going to stop right there. Every time that you are with your patients, you realize that you need to learn more. So
Yeah.
probably I'm just going to wait for my daughter and then keep on going and go for the BS in nursing.
I love it, Aurora. What a great story. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, so there might be people at home who just heard your story and want to know about getting involved, what they need to do. I know it took her 10 years, but I got to imagine it doesn't always take 10 years,
No,
right?
no.
Not necessarily. Aurora is probably one of those example of persistence and wants to do it.
That's why we like her.
Yeah, but the program is designed to let people enter to the program regardless of the level of the basic skills. So like her, she was very low. She started in a pre-CNA, not even a CNA, but pre-CNA. So that was a level probably 6 or 7 in language. And she was able to move very fast in our program. About 1 semester, she advanced a couple of levels, was able to take the CNA exam and enter to the field, now making good money. And that's when the supporting services come. We had a case manager, we had an employment specialist, we had financial coaches working with each of the students to help them to survive and maximize that small salary, but to keep going.
Right.
And that's what she did. The next step was the LPN. So on the LPN, as a CNA, she probably was making $10 per hour, and as a single mom, that's not enough. But in the LPN, it goes to $19, $20 per hour.
Nice.
And what she is expecting to
Much
have
better.
now is maybe 35 or something
Yes.
per hour, the minimum. So the program is developed to enter, depending on your basic skill level, you can enter. If
At
you
that
had a
level.
level 12, you don't have to do the pre-CNAs and all that. You get directly to that.
So if I need a loan, I'm going to have to go to Aurora. she's going to be making all the cash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm kidding. So let's get the information up on the screen. There it is. Carreras en Salud. The sessions are Wednesdays at noon and 6 o'clock. Instituto del Progreso Latino, 2520 Southwestern Avenue, 773-890-0055. And there you can email them as well. All right. Thank you, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.